Ugh, where can I find clients? Where can I find clients? Where can I find clients? So when people join my group, Women Taking the Leap on Facebook, I always ask them, like, what is their biggest challenge at the moment? And the first thing is usually they just can't figure out the right business to start. They aren't sure what to do. But the second one is, how can I find more clients? And so I wanted to talk quickly about some tips that you can use for finding more clients and then approaching potential clients with your online services. But I did reserve a little bit of room at the end for some straight talk that I think you really, really will want to hear and need to hear. Okay, so if you've watched my video called The Birthday Cake Strategy for Getting Clients, you'll know, and I'm going to link to that below, but you'll know that the order of these categories is really most effective to least effective when you're just starting out. So I'm going to talk about both in-person networking and online networking, and then paid advertising. Okay, so to start with in-person networking, this has got to be the most overlooked category around. And I think it's because it's actually a lot easier to kind of hide behind a computer screen and just do some messaging and or a paid advertisement. But the truth is that the most effective way to make a sale and to interest someone in your services when you're starting out is to actually let them see and hear you and know you and trust you. And that happens, that's like so much faster when you're actually in person. And so you can do things like, go to meetup groups. You can start your own meetup. And here's a challenge for you. You could send out 50 messages to people that you know, asking if they know of anybody that would be interested in this specific service. And you can describe the kind of person that you know would really need that service. And chances are, I mean, social, like actual in-person social networks are very broad, like 6 degrees of separation. Somebody, chances are, will know somebody. But here's the tip about the online networking. Even though it feels intimidating to go out there and present yourself, you really don't have to do it on your own, because if you enlist your network in this way, they'll do the talking for you. And there's a reason that every single website under the sun has sections where somebody is talking about how great those services are. It's called testimonials, right? Or social proof. And that's so, so powerful, because humans are coded to want to make similar decisions to people around them because they feel like they can trust those people. And so if somebody you know tells somebody else about you, you're already so much further up the ladder in terms of their sales decision than if they just came across you, for instance, in a paid advertisement on a social media platform. So just please, when you're starting out, don't discount the beauty and the power of actually meeting face to face. And you could even go canvassing businesses in your area, or groups that in your area, social groups that have your potential clients. Okay, it's very similar for online networking. It really doesn't have to be that different. So the start out, the first and foremost, you should be thinking about relationships. And so whenever you see somebody that you can connect with for any reason, don't automatically think about the sale. Assume that maybe they know somebody that will need your services. It just allows you to approach it in a much more personable way than if you were going, trying to turn everybody into a client. So imagine your ability to build networks online with people that you wouldn't normally meet in your hometown, and how they may know somebody that that need your services. And you can be on the lookout for them as well, for people that would need their services, because of exactly what I said before. When you come recommended, even if they're not saying that they personally have tried your services, even if they're just saying, hey, I know a person, chances are that person is going to put you in a higher category than somebody else that they don't know anything about, that they just found online. Now, the second place is, or the second tip for online networking is to kind of go outside, to think outside of the box, right? So when you're looking for where your clients would hang out, sometimes the best place to find them is actually not in a group dedicated just to whatever that problem is. So here's a good tip for how to find other places that your clients are hanging out. You can use the search bar in Facebook and you can type in groups joined by people who like, and then put in the name of a page that they would be interested in. So if you are a health coach, for instance, you can go groups joined by people who like, and then the name of a Facebook business page of a really well-known health coach. And then you're going to get a list of results and you want to click on groups and you'll start noticing that there are some similarities. Like maybe those people are actually in foodie type groups. Maybe they're actually in mommy groups. And so you can go outside of the typical like health oriented groups where maybe you'll be feeling a lot of competition from other people. And you can allow yourself to just be there and be present in some of those other groups. Always, when you do make an offer, you want to try and get somebody onto the phone, because if you can't be in person, you could at least transmit through your voice that you're a person that can be trusted and that knows their stuff. And in doing that is so much more powerful than just messaging back and forth with somebody. So take that little extra step to get them a little closer to you. This is the birthday cake strategy. Again, I'm going to link to that below, but it can just help you so much more than to get somebody on the phone with you and give some free value away and then see what happens. It doesn't even have to lead to a sale. Once again, those are the people that might refer somebody else to you down the line. Okay, and the third thing is paid advertising. I consider this the least effective for people starting out, because since people aren't able to speak to you directly, since they aren't getting that real-time feedback, your messaging has to be so on point and so perfect in order to capture their attention that you can lose, unfortunately, your money can go down the drain. However, it's not impossible. You can do some quick testing very quickly to figure out what kind of offers and what kind of language is important for your customer. And then you can give them something in the way, for instance, of a lead magnet of some type of free value that's so irresistible to them that they will give you their email address, and that will provide you with further opportunities to actually hopefully get them onto the phone and then have a real conversation with a real person, which is what this all comes back to in the end, as if you were face to face. Okay, now here's some straight talk. So often when people say they are having problems finding clients or they can't get in front of their clients, the truth is they really are in front of their clients. Their clients are everywhere. The problem is they're not getting their attention. And see, those two things are totally different. Finding your clients versus actually capturing their attention. And that's really where the perfect messaging comes into play. And I do have a video as well on messaging, and so I'll link to that also. I know those are two different videos. You're like, I don't have the time. But I want to make that resource available to you, because so often people think they can't find the clients, and the truth is those clients are everywhere. You just need to make sure that you're the one that's capturing their attention so that you're the one they want to work with. All right, that was kind of a lot of info quickly, but hopefully it was helpful. Thanks, Karen, super smart, she says. If you have any questions, message me anytime. Great talking to you. Have a good night.